fights, all kinds of, a trail of destruction, the cliche of that. But then it certainly got more and more evident that it was changing me. I was bringing some of the road life home, and now I had a family and children, and it certainly wasn't a good combination. But yeah, it was the enabler. It enabled me to be more of me, I thought, when in fact it was showing less of the real me.
I got a friend, he's 28 and he's drinking since he's 20. What would you tell him? What can you tell him? How can you find a way to stop it? What is the, how can you manage to stop it? It's a huge effort, I think.
Well, it really does depend on the person, and it's a personal journey. I had to hit the bottom. I was pretty stubborn. I didn't learn. I had tried to stop for a year, and it just wasn't fun. So I went back to it, and I had to have someone tell me. Basically, my wife threw me out of the house and said goodbye. It took that shock, and fear is a pretty good motivator. Because I certainly didn't want to stop drinking even then. But I knew that I couldn't live without my family. That was more important. And when I found out there were other people in my situation, that, the deepest, darkest, ugliest secrets you have are just poison, and they're rotting inside you. No matter what you're hiding, someone else can say they've done that too. So there is a connection with humans through experience to show that it can be done.
Lars told me in June that by looking at you and how you changed and how you managed to change during the recording process of Sankt Anger, he learned so much about himself. Would you say, how has the balance in the band changed after this experience? Or the communication, perhaps, is a better word.
Well, after Saint Anger, we have done, during Saint Anger, we had done so much work. Personally, as a group, with our families, so much work was put into that. Death Magnetic is the fruits of all that hard labor. I think Lars and I are better at choosing our battles. We don't have to wear the armor all the time now. I think we realize that we need and love each other more than we hate each other. I think also we understand each other more through the movie, and we understand more about ourselves, which is the most important part. I see myself in that movie and think, I don't want to be that. I don't want people to see me as that. I wouldn't want to be around that guy. And I think Lars has realized some of that himself. So we've all taken a good inventory of ourselves, and it's been a great mirror. So I think we choose our battles. In the battles we do fight, we know, we're aware that they have to be, but passion rules. Wherever the passion lies, that's the answer.
That's great. I have to make a change of topic, I think, because time is running. But there are some of your songs still rumored to be used in Guantanamo or in the camps. And they are played hours after hours for the victims and the prisoners. Do you think of this?
You know, if I heard some Arabic music for 24 hours straight, I think I'd go crazy too. I think it's just putting, they're trying to make them as uncomfortable as possible.
Is this torture for you? To be in that
if I listened to Metallica 24 hours a day, it would be torture, for sure. You know, it's just a thing. Part of me is proud because they chose Metallica. You know, it's strong. It's music that's powerful. It represents something that they don't like. Maybe freedom, aggression, I don't know, freedom of speech. And then part of me is, kind of bummed about it that people worry about us being attached to some political statement because of that. We've got nothing to do with this, and we're trying to be as apolitical as possible, because I think politics and music, at least for us, don't mix. It separates people. We want to bring people together. And so be it. I can't say stop. I can't say do it. It is just a thing. It's not good nor bad.
Why can't you say stop?
Well, I don't want it to stop. There's a part of me that thinks, that's kind of proud that, hey, they've chosen Metallica as something it's going to affect them. And that's what I want our music to do. I want it to affect people.
But it does harm to the people. And
How does it harm them, though?
it's violent. If you hear any pop song, if it's Sesame Street, about 10 hours and huge, very, very loud, it does harm to them.
Okay.
They feel uncomfortable.
Right, yeah. It's not what music it is, it's the torture part.
Of course.
Torture through music. Well, I've had to listen to radio for many years. I've been tortured.
Voluntarily.
Yes. Sometimes whoever's driving gets to control the radio. If I'm in the passenger seat, I have to listen to Phil Collins on our whole drive while my wife drives.
Is metal... Well, there's music which is political, of course. Those folk singers and something like this, and Rage Against the Machine. Is metal... what's the relationship between politics and metal? Is metal the anti-part, the counterpart of politics? Does it always have nothing to do with politics? Or is it just Metallica?
Well, our music, I think we're talking about human emotion, hopefully a universal feel of, the feelings of humans. We're not trying to make a statement. I think the statement we're making is death, fear, confusion, wonder, human emotions. You can attach them politically if you wish, but it really bothers me when popular musicians or any celebrity is soapboxing, talking about their political beliefs. I think that's freedom of speech, and I love that. They can do that all they want. But what bothers me is that people believe that their opinion is more important because they're popular. I don't believe that. And I don't want to back anybody, because a week later they might say something that I don't believe in. It's putting our music into a person to take it somewhere. It cheapens it to me. I think our music goes beyond politics. Politics bore me. Politics they separate, especially in the States for me, they separate people. I want it to come the other way. So you're always going to lose some fans if you say something that you might believe politically. I want to go past that and get human.
I was just thinking myself, it was 4 or 5 months ago, I had REM here, Michael Stipe, the political band, of course. And of course, music has the power to bring people together and perhaps to